Hey, Leonard, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Leonard, when you
Yeah.
played with your former team at the end of November, the division was basically over. So how excited are you to be playing now meaningful games through the month of December where a division title is on the line?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of football and football knowledge and awareness of the season and how it goes, people always say, the realest football is played around these months after Thanksgiving and stuff like that, Thanksgiving onward. So, this is definitely the time where you have to play some of your best football. We didn't really have preseason this year, so those first few games of the season were kind of like the warm-up games, and we're kind of at past that halfway marker, so we just have to, tighten things up a little bit tighter, just make adjustments and just keep moving forward. And we just came off of a bye week. So, people should be feeling fresh and ready to attack the rest of the season.
For you personally, Leonard, this is like kind of a new thing with you now. Is it like more of an excitement for you? I mean, this is something, like playoff football going into December. Every game's important now.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't been to the playoffs yet. I got close one year when I went 10-6 with the Jets my rookie year. And, since then, haven't really been close to going to the playoffs. But, that's kind of far down the line still. We like I said, we just finished close to midseason, so it's kind of hard for us to look that far ahead. And if we do something like that, we might mess around and overlook the team where, we really have to focus week by week. And right now we have the Bengals, and, we're looking to go 1-0 after this bye week and try not to look too far ahead like that.
Canavan.
Hey, Leonard, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. When you watch yesterday's games, like I assume you did, is it a disappointment to see a guy like Joe Burrow go down? Were you interested to see him on the field? And is there a fear that there might be a letdown now that you're facing a backup?
I mean, to answer that first part of the question, I think it does suck to see any type of player get injured in this game. I know you hear it a lot. People say that it's above the sport. No one that wants to see another teammate, someone that we play with and, we respect their grind and everything like that to get hurt. And I was definitely looking forward to playing against him. He's a great talent. Hopefully he recovers, really fast,
Bob Glauber.
Leonard, is there something going on technique-wise or coaching-wise that is helping you to kind of finish plays that maybe earlier in your career you weren't able to kind of get home on a lot of the pass rushes?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes just a lot of stuff plays a part. We have a good secondary that can help them, the quarterback, hold the ball for that split second longer when we have corners plastering their guys. We have a lot of different blitzes and stuff like that help out. We're moving around. I'm playing 3 technique. I'm playing 5 technique. I'm playing outside. I'm moving all around. I think a lot of stuff goes into it. Coach Spence and Coach Pat have been, doing a good job coaching.
You have stood up actually on a couple of plays, maybe earlier, but you ever stood up going into a play?
I don't prefer to stand up. I think it just depends on what type of look I'm getting from the offense. Sometimes when I'm out there at defensive end, they'll put like tight ends or receivers in like a crack position to where they get like flexed out from the line, but like they're still like kind of tight to the line and they're like looking down at you. And, that's when I'll be able to stand up so that I can like feel it and read it a little bit better because I can like see that tight end or that guy that's flexed out trying to crack me a little bit better when I'm standing up compared to one of my hands in the dirt. And that's the only time it's just like situational football.
And finally, forgive me for it's hard to see. Is that a haircut or is your hair just?
I had practice today and I didn't want to. I like braided it up.
That's school. News. That's news if it's a haircut. So
yeah, can't cut it yet, man.
Hey, Leonard.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. With what happened with Joe Judge and Mark Colombo last week, does that you've played for several different coaching staffs in the NFL now. Is there something about the Joe Judge style that is either more demanding, more serious, more buttoned up? And is it something where maybe some players will take to it and some players will not take to it?
I mean, I don't really know what part of the question to answer. I don't think, him and Colombo had anything to do with the way he coaches or anything. I'm not sure what that.
Okay, let's forget about that part. Let's talk about this. Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that his style of coaching is good for players who want to win and want to play hard and practice hard and understand that, that your practice is a reflective on how you play and stuff like that. I think guys that are willing to like buy into a program are going to do great under a system like that. But, there's obviously some guys who are a little bit harder to coach and a little bit harder to get to buy into systems and stuff like that. That might be a little bit harder to, fall into line and stuff like that. But at the same time, when you're a part of this team, you kind of feel like the atmosphere of like everyone buying in. So I feel like even those guys that are a little bit harder to coach, once they see the rest of their teammates buying in, it's like they'll come in along eventually too, And I think it's a great way, the way we practice. I mean, I think it shows. We have a tough team, and I feel like, even after losses or wins or whatever, we go right back to work. And I think it's a hard hat type of team that wants to work and grind.
Is it more demanding than maybe some other guys you've played for? I mean, more, just more on you guys?
I wouldn't say it's like crazy strict or way too demanding or anything like that. It's just like what you would expect out of a football team. It's always a little bit more demanding in season and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like I feel like I do work hard, and I feel like the team works hard, and I feel like everyone's bought in, which is the most important part to me. I think that shows the leadership that he has, is how you feel literally the whole team is bought in. Like I said, after a loss or a win, like you feel the energy of guys like ready to get back to work. And I feel like that's a little bit rare, where I've been on teams where, we'll be losing and you'll immediately start feeling guys that start to go their own way, like, getting upset with stuff and, start to fall apart a little bit as a team. Whereas like, even in the beginning when stuff was going rough, like guys were sticking together and staying close and, fighting through stuff together. And I think that's important.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take two more. Dunleavy and Jordan. Dunleavy.
Leonard, you might get Tay Crowder, McKinney, and Ziminez back this week or soon, if not this week. What will that do in terms of boosting the defense with reinforcements here?
Yeah, I think that'll definitely help our defense. Defense has been going in the right direction, and, those are just more weapons to add on. They're all young players that have been – Tay Crowder is definitely, he improved and stepped up in the beginning of the season and did a lot for us. And Zay is finally going to be able to come back and play with us, which everyone's excited about. I know they're going to bring a lot of energy and, excited to be back with us as well.
Leonard, tell me big picture, this defense. It's not full of Pro Bowlers or star players. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're the only guy on the defense who's ever made a Pro Bowl. Have you guys rallied around because here you are playing pretty well as a unit. Have you guys rallied around the, no stars, all as one kind of overachieving mentality that seems to be taking place here?
I don't know if it's like the no star type of thing. Like, I don't think we ever look at it in that aspect. I think we all look at it as a way like just something that the coaches like kind of implemented in our mind is like when you walk into that door, just like leave your ego out of it. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care where you came from. If you were a first rounder, if you were a non-drafted guy, it's like everyone's coming in here to work today, and like we're going to treat everybody fairly and everyone the same. And I think that type of system is what makes people like bought into like one big picture. And like I think the fact that our defense is like all 11 guys are bought in on one big picture, and it makes everyone play better. Like, the better we play up front is going to help our linebackers. The better the linebackers play and we play up front is going to help the secondary, and vice versa. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes when the corners are plastering the guys, it helps us get home up front. So I think it's just one big working system.
Last one here, Jordan.
Hey, Leonard. I'm just curious, what's your general reaction? I know it's not your position, it wasn't your position group. It, wasn't a guy you worked with directly in regards to the offensive line. You're on the other side of the ball. But from an outside perspective, it's like, wow, we don't see that kind of move very often. So I'm wondering, as a player on the team, when you first hear that there's a coaching change in the middle of the season, what goes through your head?
I mean, I think it's definitely a shock. I mean, I don't care what type of job you have. If anyone gets fired, it's going to be a shock to anyone in the workplace, I really don't understand what was going on. So it's like I feel like it wasn't in my place to try to figure out what was going on. And that being said, I just didn't really pick it apart or try to find out details. I just figured it was something between them and something that had to happen upstairs. It's like not really in my payroll. I just really come to play defensive end in the defense, and try to be the best leader that I can be in my position. But it's just hard to, it was definitely a shock. That's really all I can say.
And aside from obviously winning games, from a defensive perspective, what do you think this defense needs to do in order for you guys to be a playoff team?
I think just play 4 quarters. I think a lot of times, we show signs of greatness and we can be great. I think there's times on third downs that some teams will be lights out and just unstoppable on defense on third down. And there's times where we, give up too many plays on third down. But I feel like that's just the nature of the game. It's like it's not a perfect game, but you just want to work as much as possible to like make it, a full 4-quarter game. Start fast, end strong, and red zone, all the big things. Just try to finish.